Introducing tool functions. These are general functional icons. First, click the arrow icon to choose selection mode. Choose selection mode. Select the range of timeline on the desired channel. Click and drag the range of timeline on audio or signal channel. Next, click the on icon. I/O set to the strongest signal output. I/O signal in selected area has reached the maximum value of 100%. Click the on icon. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto any I/O channel's editing area. Release the mouse button and all status pops up. Click the arrow icon or press the ESC key, or press Shift S to exit the current editing mode. Next is intensity adjustment. The intensity of the I/O signal will be adjusted. Click the intensity icon. Move the cursor or enter figures to set up the level of signal intensity. Set the PWM duty value. The PWM duty value can only be set on a PWM I/O channel. For example, enter 20%. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the PWM I/O channel's editing area. Release the mouse button and a status of 20% pops up. Next is the off icon. Off is the weakest mode on an I/O signal. The I/O signal is at the minimum value of 0%. Click the off icon. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto any I/O channel's editing area. Release mouse button. All status pops up. Next is ramp up. In the selected area, the signal turns from weak to strong. For example, an I/O externally connects to an LED. The brightness of the LED turns from dim to bright. Click ramp up icon. Setting box pops up. The level of signal strength will be adjusted from the start to the end. The level of signal strength can only be set up in a PWM I/O channel. For example, the start of the signal is set to 20%. The end of the signal is set to 60%. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the PWM I/O channel's editing area. Release mouse button. All status pops up. Ramp down. In the selected area, the signal starts from strong to weak. Next is signal invert. In the selected area, the level of signal strength will be inverted. For example, choose the invert icon. The new level of signal strength is 100% minus the existing level of signal strength. For example, the signal level is 20% in the prior selected area. Click the invert icon. The level of signal in the selected area is inverted to 80%. Next is reverse. The level of signal strength in the selected area will be reversed. Choose reverse. The level of signal strength in right and left side will be reversed. For example, the level of signal strength at left side is set to 20%, and the right side is set to 60%. Click the reverse icon. The level of signal strength at the left side is reversed to 60%. The level of signal strength at the right side is reversed to 20%. Next is alternating. Click the alternating icon and a settings box pops up. General is type of signal. Frequency. Duty cycle is the ratio of time which a load or circuit is on compared to the time the load or circuit is off. Amplify is the signal strength of on. In phasing, choose 0 to stand for one cycle of the signal starting from on to the end off. Choose 180 to stand for one cycle of the signal starting from off to the end on. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the signal channel. A 1 Hz square wave signal is created in the selected range. Duty ratio is 50%. Signal strength is 100%. Next is generate triangle. A triangle wave signal onto the selected area will be created. The signal will be built onto a PWM I/O channel. Click the triangle icon and a settings box pops up. Frequency. Alignment is the horizontal alignment of the triangle wave signal. Left is left aligned. Center is center aligned. Right is right aligned. For example, the frequency is set to 1 Hz. Choose left. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the PWM-IO channel's editing area. A 1 Hz triangle wave signal is created in the selected area. Choose center. Choose right, illustrating the difference among 3 types of alignment. Next is generate by wave envelope. The I/O signal will be automatically set up according to the waveform of the sound in the selected area. First, generate by wave peak. Generate square waveform signal. Threshold. Set threshold value. Indicates that the I/O is driven when the sound intensity exceeds this percentage. Amplify the signal strength when driving the I/O duration. Indicates that the I/O is driven when the sound intensity exceeds this percentage. Duration. The duration is the length of time that the signal is maintained after setting the drive I/O. For example, threshold is set to 20%, amplify is set to 80%, duration is set to 50%. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the editing area, then the signal effect will be seen. Second, generate by wave envelope. Automatically generate a variably intensive signal that follow a sound's waveform. The signal can only be created onto a PWM-IO channel. Check amplify by waveform. Uncheck amplify by waveform. EZIO automatically generates an envelope signal similar to the audio zone sound waveform. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the editing area, then the signal effect will be seen. Check amplify by waveform. EZIO generates a signal that changes with the sound based on the percentages set at max amplify and min amplify. Max amplify indicates the highest sound intensity. Under the following settings, max amplify is set to 100%. Min amplify is set to 0%. Cycle sets the cycle time of the envelope signal at a preset value. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the editing area, then the signal effect will be seen. The max amplify is adjusted to 70%. Cycle choose 64. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the editing area, then the signal effect will be seen. Next is auto toggle by event mark. This function in EZIO can automatically toggle the signal according to the mark inserted into the audio. High, low in type means the toggle of signal strength. Ramp means signal fades in and fades out. Move cursor to area of audio channel and click right button of mouse to check insert mark. Choose toggle by event mark icon. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the signal channel, then the mark effect will be seen. Release the mouse and the selected area on the signal channel will toggle high and low at the mark positions. Next, gradual change. The signal of gradual change can only be created onto a PWM-IO channel. From the value on the left to the value on the right within the selected area. This function makes the signal strength of the selected area to vary linearly. From the value on the left to the value on the right within the selected area. Select an existing signal area on a channel and click the gradual change icon. To see a linear change of the signal area from left to right. The gradual change function can also be used on a RGB LED group signal channel. To achieve automatic gradation between different colors of RGB LEDs. Next is scale. The function will scale the signal horizontally. Select an area. Click the scale icon, illustrating that the selected area changes from a solid area to a dashed area. Enter the signal scaling mode. Move the cursor to the side that needs to be dragged and the cursor will turn into a double-headed arrow. Move the double-headed cursor left and right. The signal is scaled up and down in equal proportions. Next is select time. Click the select time icon and a settings box pops up. Set the start and end times in the edit box or directly set the length of a certain period of time. Select any area of an I/O channel. For example, set the start time to 0. Set the end time to 40,000. Press enter. You can see the time period of the selected area. Next is curve. This signal can only be created onto a PWM-IO channel. The signal strength in the selected area is set according to a user-defined curve. Drag and drop the range of timeline onto the PWM-IO channel. Click the curve icon. A settings box pops up. In the settings box, there will be a graph with a green curve. The x-axis represents time. The y-axis represents the signal strength. Click the left mouse button in the graph area to add nodes. Drag the nodes to desired places on the graph. Press the right mouse button to delete nodes. Time displays where the mouse is placed. Level displays the signal strength of the current node. Sync displays the value of the current node on the green curve line corresponding to the y-axis. Start level sets the signal strength of the start node. End level sets the signal strength of the end node. Show waveform displays the audio waveform in the selected area. Unchecked show waveform. The audio waveform will not appear. Checked splines to graph a signal with a curved line. Unchecked splines to graph a signal with a straight line. For example, set the start level to 20 and the end level to 60. Use the curve line as display. Click OK, illustrating the signal strength displayed by the curve in the selected area. The last few icons are audio play function icons. The area shown is the audio editing zone. The red plus sign is to add a new serial LED channel. The blue plus sign is to add a new I/O channel. The green plus sign is to add a new LED group. The 3 primary color is to add a RGB set. The last is the invert icon, is to set all channels I/O active high. In the audio area, the red square means to expand and collapse all the serial LEDs. The blue square means to expand and collapse all channels. Click the trash icon to delete the current audio. Click the replace icon to replace the audio. The followings are I/O channel areas. Click the right mouse button on the I/O channel and an operation manual pops up. Double-click the right mouse button and a channel settings box pops up. It will be set up as needed. That's all for this section. Thank you.